Seattle and the Supersonics with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's different teams.
Tennis.
Oh, come on, Rafa Nadal.
Formula One.
It's lights out and away we go. Russell does get away well, as does Max Verstappen. And Valtteri Bottas has got his teammate right alongside him already. Sergio Perez is trying to challenge as George Russell goes into the first 10, and George Russell takes the lead.
Boxing.
And he's going for it. Who is Texas Joshua? He's got wow! Joshua!
And fans, time to rep your favorite teams. Only on Super Breakfast Sports Show. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Super Breakfast Sports. Thrilling, captivating, and electrifying.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to this wonderful edition of Super Breakfast Sports with me, Merit J, on your number one family lifestyle talk and urban radio, Super 93.3 FM, Port Harcourt. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd day of August 2022. On the show today, we'll be looking forward to the 2022-2023 Premier League season, which kicks off in just about 2 days from now. And now, with that in mind, Manchester United legend Roy Keane has made a bold submission that despite all the good transfer activity, Arsenal Football Club of North London will not finish inside the top four at the end of the coming season. Now, do you agree with this submission? And also, we'd like you to take a look into your crystal ball, just as Gogori Nemi will be doing on the show this morning, and predict your Premier League top four and top six for the 2022-2023 season. It's upon us now, just 1 day in between. Tomorrow, Thursday, no activity in the Premier League, but then on Friday, Arsenal, the club in question, will be kicking things off in a London derby against Crystal Palace. We want to know if you think they'll finish inside the top four, and do your predictions and your permutations as well. Let us know your top four predictions and your top six predictions for the 2022 Premier League season. Now, you can get in touch with us via our social media handles at Super FMPH on Facebook, where we're live streaming. You can start dropping your comments now, and you can text us on WhatsApp as well, and on 0905 948 1021. You can do that as the show progresses. We'll throw the phone lines open, of course, at some point during the show. Without wasting any more time now, because we have a lot on our plate this morning. Vamos. All right, good morning once again, and welcome to Super Breakfast Sports on Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. And we talk about, kick things off, talking about some local football here in Nigeria, because there is indeed a whole lot of football to be played across the country today. Now, an Oriental derby between Rangers International FC of Enugu and Heartland FC of Owerri headlines the men's round of 32 fixtures in the ongoing ITO FA Cup. The game will hold today, August the 3rd. At the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City, Edo State, and it will kick off by 4 p.m. Today. Rangers have the bragging rights over their rivals going into the derby clash after handing Heartland back-to-back defeats in the just concluded 2021-2022 Nigeria Professional Football League season. The Flying Antelopes are looking for redemption after their push for a continental ticket in the NPFL failed to see the light of day. In another round of 32 fixtures, two NPFL giants in the teams of Aqua United and Remo Stars will do battle in Enugu. Now, let's quickly run you through some of the games to expect in the round of 32 in the men's draw, and also the women's round of 16 in the ongoing ITO FA Cup. In the round of 32 for the men, we'll see Bayelsa United, who are defending champions of the FA Cup, take on Green Barrett. That game will be played in Enugu by 2 p.m. Enyimba International will take on Niger Tornadoes in Ijebu-Ode by 4 p.m. Doma United will be up against Lobi Stars, Akure City Academy versus Bendel Insurance Feeders, Rangers International versus Heartland FC, Sunshine Stars versus Rovers FC, Sinosho FC versus Katsina United. Remo Stars will take on Aqua United. Kogi United will play against Kanta United. DMD FC will host Housing Corporation. Zamfara United versus Kano Pillars. Fulfill FC versus El Kanemi Warriors. Kwara United versus Wiki Tories. Bendel Insurance versus Otasolo FC. Sokoto United will play against Nazara United, while Dakada FC will not be in action because they are already through to the round of 16. Now, in the women's draw, that is the round of 16 draw for the women in the ITO FA Cup, Bielsa Queens or Kanda Queens will take on Niger Amazons tomorrow, 4th of August 2022 by 4 p.m. Abruka Queens will play against Abia Angels. Niger Hotels will be up against Nasarawa Amazons. Immaculate Queens will take on Confluence Queens. Honey Badgers versus Delta Queens. Heartland Queens versus Dana's Ladies. Oshun Babes versus Royal Queens. And Edo Queens versus either of Oka Angels or FC Robo Queens. Now, concerning football, still remaining on football in Nigeria, but this time the Nigerian Football Federation, the NFF. The forthcoming elections into the board of the Nigerian Football Federation have taken a major twist as the majority of the Congress members are now calling for the annual General Assembly to take place on the 15th of August at the latest. According to the Nation newspaper, authoritative sources have revealed that a notice of resolution served in May is seeking for the annual General Assembly of the NFF to hold latest on the 15th of August, which is exactly 3 months after the notice was given in May. The majority of the Congress members are said to be irked about the lack of activities in the Secretariat of the NFF, as the current board led by Amaju Melvin Pinnick seemingly foot-dragging over the elections expected to be staged in September. Further investigations suggest that the NFF board is hinging on the delay on the Bielsa court case involving the body, which incidentally have been officially forfeited. The feelers are that the board is hiding behind allegedly waiting for a formal declaration of the withdrawal of the suit by the Bielsa court, which curiously appears reluctant to sit on such a simple issue that can easily be disposed if even without a formal sitting. In other news, the Nigerian University Games Association, NUGA, and the Nigerian Boxing Federation, the NBF, have jointly announced that boxing will be the 18th medal sport at the 2024 NUGA Games in Jos Plateau State. Now, the unveiling of the partnership was announced on Monday at a press briefing in Abuja addressed by the president of NUGA, Mr. Emeka Ogbu, the vice president of the NBF, Azania Omoagege, and the technical chairman of NUGA, Professor Musa Garba Yakasai. Yakasai pointed out that the decision was made after many students showed interest in boxing following a demonstration carried out at the last NUGA Games, which held at the University of Lagos earlier this year. He said boxing will feature as the 18th medal sport at the 2024 Games at the University of Jos, joining other combat sports like taekwondo, judo, and karate, which are medal sports at NUGA. He also urged the Minister of Sports, Honorable Sunday Dare, to back a policy that will make it mandatory for Nigerian university students to be considered for selection for the Olympic Games, the Commonwealth Games, and the All-Africa Games in future, given the depth of the talent at the university level. Now, from the NUGA Games down to the Commonwealth Games, where Chioma Onyekere became the first Nigerian woman in history to win a gold medal in the discus at the Commonwealth Games, inspiring a 1-3 finish for the country, as Obiageri Amechi also got on the podium, clinching the bronze medal in the event. The two medals are the first set of medals Nigeria will be winning in athletics at the ongoing Games in Birmingham, laying a good foundation for what promises to be a good second day of athletics at the Games with so many finals lined up. The reigning African champion threw a season's best of 61.70 meters to usurp England's Jade Laley, who led with her first round throw of 57.33 meters. Her performance inspired Amechi too, and she threw something big as well, moving from 7th place into 3rd with a huge 56.99 meters, which she held on to, leaving the competition with a bronze medal. This was more or less a repeat of what happened at the African Championships in Mauritius, where both Onyekere and Amechi finished 1st and 3rd respectively. Meanwhile, Nigeria ended her impressive performance in weightlifting by winning 2 more medals to add to the 4 they had won since the start of the competition. Mary Taiwo Osijo clinched bronze in the women's 87 kg category, lifting a combined total of 225 kilograms from the snatch, the clean, and the jerk. Osijo had an unblemished series, lifting all attempts she made in both categories and deservedly won the bronze medals. Earlier on, Taiwo Laidi set a junior Commonwealth Games record after lifting a total weight of 216 kilograms. Laidi won the silver medal in the women's 76 kg event, with Osijo's bronze in the 87 kg event. Nigeria finished with a tally of 6 medals in the weightlifting events at the Games. And speaking to members of the press, a coach of Adenike Adijat, Nigeria's first gold medalist at the ongoing Commonwealth Games from the weightlifting category, expressed his delight at the performance of Team Nigeria athletes, especially his athlete Adenike Adijat at the ongoing Commonwealth Games.
To say I'll be excited will be an understatement. It is a continuous build-up, because when you take our record, for instance, from 2019 to date, she has been consistent in her performance. And you recall that she's also the junior Commonwealth record holder presently. And she also holds the senior record in the clean and jerk and total as well. And over time, her performance has been very encouraging.
He, however, explained that despite a good showing at the Commonwealth Games, which earned her a gold medal, Nigeria's first at the Games, Adijat Adenike has already set her sights at the coming Games, which will be the African Championships next year, and preparing ahead of the Olympics in 2024.
The next plan is looking towards Paris 2024, the Olympics. So going back, all our focus and plans will begin to do our build-up towards the Olympics, forthcoming Olympic Games in France.
And now, still sticking to the Commonwealth Games, just to run you through what to expect as far as Team Nigeria is concerned on day 6 of the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, United Kingdom. There will be a lot of activity featuring Team Nigeria athletes, and it will begin with Patience Okon George, Knowledge Omovo, and Ella Omojuvevo, who will take part in the women's 400-meter heat starting sometime around 10:30 a.m. today. Samson Nathaniel, Dubema Mene, Sikiru Adeyemi will also take part in the men's 400-meter heat. In the men's high jump final, former BB Niger star Mike Edwards will be flying the green, white, green of Nigeria, hoping for a good showing there. In the men's 100-meter semi-finals, we'll have Favor Ashe, Raymond Ekevo, and Godson Brume in that semi-finals. In the women's semi-finals of the same 100-meter event, we'll have Nigeria represented by Grace Nwokocha, Rosemary Chukuma, Joy Udo Gabriel. In the women's shot put final, we have Orobosa Annabelle Frank representing Nigeria. And the men's discus throw for the amputees, we will have Kennedy Ezeji competing in the final. In boxing, we'll have Jacinta Umunakwe in the quarterfinal of the women's over 70 to 75 kg in the middleweight division. In the men's middleweight division, the quarterfinal will have Adeyinka Benson flying Nigeria's green, white, green, while Yetunde Ogunjobi will take place in the light flyweight quarterfinal women's event. In table tennis, women's singles group 3 will have Esther Oriba-Miche in action. Nasiru Sule, Alabi Olufemi, Iso Ogun Kunle will take part in the men's singles. The women's singles classes 3 and 5, that's for the amputee athletes. Will have Ifechukwude Ekpoyi, Chinenye Obiora, Faith Obazwaye in there. In the women's singles group 3, Esther Oriba-Miche again will be in action. Faith Obazwaye will be in action as well. While Tajudeen Agumbiade, Nasiru Sule, Alabi Olufemi, and Iso Ogun Kunle will take part in another game in the men's singles. And Just before we let off for our big discussion this morning, still remaining with athletics as it concerns Nigeria at the World Athletics Under-20 Youth Championships in Cali, Colombia. Nigeria's team, God bless, has shown promise all season in the women's short sprints, and she has fulfilled such high potential at the World Under-20 Championships in Cali, Colombia. She powered to a massive personal best and national junior record of 11.08 seconds to win the fourth heat of the women's 100 meters. By doing so, she broke the national junior record set by Joan Udwak Eka, which had stood for 23 years by 200ths of a second, and was in fact the fastest qualifier across all 7 heats of the women 100 meters. Her teammate Prezo Foku also qualified for the semi-finals from the preceding heat, running 11.55 seconds to finish second behind South Africa's Viwe Jinki in 11.36 seconds. And now for our big discussion this morning, let us connect with Gogo Rinemi on Super Breakfast Sports. Good morning to you, Gogo. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Merritt. Good morning, fans of the show. Man, I'm feeling pumped like Fabrizio, man. Let's go.
Of course, everyone will be feeling pumped, especially lovers of the European football leagues, the top European football leagues, especially the Premier League. And I'd like to start this one with quite an interesting submission from Roy Keane, the Manchester United legend. He thinks that in spite of all the business, the good business done by Arsenal in the transfer market, they've gotten the likes of Gabriel Jesus, Alexander Zinchenko, Marquinhos, Fabio Vieira, and Materna as backup goalkeeper. He thinks Arsenal still will not make the top 4. Do you agree with Roy Keane?
Interesting. Thinking about it today, I think the number 4 place team, while looking at my crystal ball, is still not clear for me. So I understand what Roy Keane is saying perfectly. Because without European football, I would have said, okay, they're managing games. But with European football, I'm looking at that squad depth. Can he manage Europe and manage the league? So that is where I understand what Roy Keane is saying. They finished 5th last season because they blew up the chance to make it into the Champions League. Now they've added quality players, but now they're fighting on both fronts. So if they are to exit Europe area and say they are playing just the league, then it is more understandable. So I understand Roy Keane perfectly. Still looking at my crystal ball, though today I was just fixing anything because I still think the 4th place is open, dependent on the business that will be done from now till the end of the window.
All right, thank you so much for that. But very quickly now, let's just run through from what your crystal ball has seen, the 4th spot, not very clear. How about the 1st to 3rd and then 5th and 6th spots? Let's have your top 4 predictions for the coming season and maybe top 6, yes, because of the other teams that will be playing. Should we add top 7 because of Conference League? Maybe not, but let's just go with your top 4 and your top 6 for the coming season.
Number 1, sorry, for the first team, I'll give it to Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool fan, but I think Manchester City are naturally slow starters. But I watched that game again against them and Liverpool, and I could see in Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling, they've lost pace. And Manchester City has been able to turn over pace time and time again. Riyad Mahrez is not the fastest of players, neither is Grealish, neither is Foden. So losing that pace up front, combined with the fact that they are slow starters, embedding Erling Haaland into the team, this team is going to take time.
All right.
So I think Liverpool are going to pick them to it. Then I think Man City will come second. Both teams looks like they will go for another 90-plus points again. Tottenham would have made a huge push for the league, but with Europe, they're not going to do so much because it is not going to help them in any way. So I would say Tottenham 3rd. Then the 4th place team, I said, is depending on the business. For now, I won't agree with Roy Keane. I will give it to this Arsenal side. They've looked good. Then Chelsea. Depending on the business, though, it can alternate between Chelsea and Arsenal, who does the better business from now to the end of the season. So that's 4th and 5th. Then Manchester United can come 6th because I think they will go through a very rough patch. I'm looking at the quality of players available at the disposal at Erik ten Hag, and I can see why they're going to struggle. It's going to take him time to adapt to the league, but it's also going to take the players time to understand what he's saying. That is one. At the same time, those players that he has brought in from outside, how quickly they adapt. And then when the bad results start coming in back to back to back, does he have enough credit in the bank to overturn it? So they apply top 6 prediction. Now, it's a wild season. I'm not seeing any curveball yet, so I think I will stick to this prediction even midway through the season. But fasten your seatbelts for football fans. This is going to be a strange one because we have the World Cup. So the dynamics of this season, you could feel it. It's going to be different.
Yeah, really, really different. And we expect, like you would say, a Mazzoline season. Thank you so much, Gogo Rinemi, for joining us on the Breakfast Sports this morning.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
All right, we've heard from Gogo this morning. I really want to hear from you. I really want to get your top 4 predictions for the coming season. We have a lot of them on our Facebook already, and we'll be running through those in just a matter of time. But what do you think? Who do you think makes your top 4? Roy Keane thinks Arsenal will not make the top 4. Wow. Well, let's hear from you now. Your top 4, your top 6 predictions for the Premier League, and very quickly on the Breakfast Sports this morning for want of time. 0705 079 1021 0811 743 1021 and on WhatsApp 0905 948 1021. Good morning to you. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is
Coach Arsenal, go ahead.
I think because what King is doing is in another man's business. Because yes, I have not talked about the inconsistent in Man United and their poor transfer program so far. There's something about Arsenal that has shown more character and decisiveness in what they want this season. Looking at what Arsenal wants and what they were able to show last season, you can see that we would like that spot team depth that led us to leave the top 4.
All right, so let's just get your top 4 predictions for the coming season.
So the man is just out of point. I think my top 4 is that I think I'm giving it for Liverpool, for the Man City, Arsenal 3rd, Chelsea 4th, then Tottenham 5th, and Manchester United 6th.
All right, thank you.
Then Newcastle may come up to 7th position ahead of Everton.
All right, thank you so much. Good morning to you. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Morning, Mary.
Good morning to you. Go ahead.
I listened to such an interview. For me, I don't know what to say.
No, you cannot say he doesn't know what he's saying. It's quite rude.
That's my opinion.
That's his opinion, and we have to respect that. When people give their analysis, it's based on the information that they have. You might differ, you might beg to disagree, but saying that he doesn't know what he's saying. That's quite rude, and that's not something I'd like to entertain on the Breakfast Sports. Good morning to you. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Good morning. My name is Abdullah.
All right, go ahead very quickly.
Yes, I quite actually disagree with Roy Keane because for me, in this football, everybody are just predicting based on what their mind tells them. I don't see Arsenal doing less than, I'm picking us to go for 3-4.
All right, so what's your own top 4 predictions?
Yeah, okay. For me, Liverpool 4th, Man City 2nd,
okay.
Arsenal 3rd, Chelsea 6th,
okay.
Liverpool, Tottenham 6th. I'll put it that way.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. On Facebook, we have from Obina Ohegbulem. Pardon me if I didn't get that right. He said Manchester United in first position. Of course, he's a Manchester United fan. So Manchester United in first position, Man City in 2nd, Spurs in 3rd, Arsenal in 4th. And then he says, take it to the bank. It'd be really interesting to know what kind of bank will cash this receipt. But thank you so much for that. Noali Befi says Man City 1st, Liverpool 2nd, Arsenal in 3rd, Chelsea in 4th, Tottenham Hotspur in 5th, Newcastle in 5th. No place for Manchester United inside the top 6. Really, really interesting. Kingsley Obioma says Arsenal in 1st position, Liverpool in 2nd, Man City in 3rd, Chelsea in 4th. Godwin Poabari Mark says Chelsea 1st, Liverpool 2nd, Man City 3rd, Tottenham Hotspurs 4th. Wiseman He picks Liverpool in first position, Man City in second position, Chelsea third, Tottenham fourth, Arsenal fifth, and Manchester United sixth. Back to the phone lines now. Good morning. I lost that one. Good morning. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Good morning, Mary.
Good morning to you.
This Monty calling you from Olivo.
Monty, quickly, let's have your top 4 predictions.
Yeah, I remember I said something on this station some time ago that football is not one, championship is not one. They are not one on analysis, though it has a part to play. Actually, my top 6, let me put it so, my top 6, forget about everything they are saying about Man, they will be surprises this season.
Okay.
I see Liverpool winning the top, followed by Man City. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Man U, third.
Okay.
I am putting Man U there.
Okay.
Then Arsenal can make 4 and Tottenham 5.
All right.
Then the number 6, Newcastle will bring surprises because I see them doing better, good business.
All right.
That is my position.
All right. Thank you so much, Monty, for that thoughts. Final call on the show. Good morning to you. Lost that one. So, unfortunately, we lost that one. Ochuko Monday on Facebook says Liverpool first, Chelsea second, Man City in third, Arsenal in fourth, Tottenham Hotspur fifth, Manchester United in sixth, Temple Amasin picks Arsenal in first position, Man City in second, Liverpool in third, Chelsea in fourth, Man United in fifth, Tottenham Hotspur in sixth, and Edward Enoch says Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man United in that order. And 2 we've got from our WhatsApp. It says, good morning, Merit. With the signing Arsenal have made so far, I think Arsenal will make top 4. I see Arsenal finishing third this season. Skillful Peru sending that one. This one says, hi, good morning. My name is F-Man. For me, Liverpool will finish first. Chelsea, Man City, and Tottenham will finish in the 4th position. I rep Chelsea. Thank you so much, guys, for your thoughts. Really appreciate them coming through. A lot of them on Facebook. And the last one we will take is from Akaniene Wilson. Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Man City, and Fulham in that order. Really interesting take there. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to the show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching our live stream on Facebook at Super FMPH, and also put your phone calls, your thoughts through to us on Facebook and WhatsApp. We'll have ample time to talk about this, I'm sure, by 5 p.m. when we return for sports traffic. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day here on Super 93.3 FM, Nigeria's #1 family lifestyle talk and urban radio.
Everyone needs a superhero.
You've heard about it. It's real.
It is.
It's
Super FM, Nigeria's #1 family life.